On a recent episode of the Joe Budden podcast, Joe said the Young Boy is trash and horrible, and that his label pulls some strings and pushes listeners to boost his popularity with the whole YB Better social media craze. Young Boy got on his label's Instagram story and ripped Budden for speaking about him. Shortly after Young Boy's rant surfaced online, Joe Budden shared a post of him wearing medieval armor on his own Instagram story. Birdman also chimed in via Instagram. Let's check out these posts.
Bitch. I love when Cuz go.
He go, bro. That nigga is a real schizo.
Don't rat me out either.
What do I have written down here?
I like what Joe said.
You ready to tell the truth about NBA YoungBoy? Not ready to do this. What's the truth? That nigga's trash. He's horrible. He is horrible.
Yeah.
He is horrible.
Yeah.
He is really, 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 really bad.
As a rapper or a person?
I don't know him as a person.
Oh, okay.
I'm only speaking about music.
Music.
He's really, really, really bad. And that thing happened with him where when he was out, the label pushed a button and did some YouTube shit. So then all the little kids had to just come to the gathering and tell you about NBA YoungBoy views and how great he is and how awesome he is and how amazing he's doing.
That way.
Now that the label's backed up a bit,
that doesn't
now that we done had about 3 or 4 projects while he's been in Utah and house arrest.
He had way more than that.
I know.
And that's
I know.
They hold YB
Don't
back
sound
from all
like
kind
this
of
to
shit,
me.
so I don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
agree.
even he just dropped a single today.
Now, I wanted to finish to hear what he was saying.
That to me is where the problem lies, because earlier YoungBoy music.
What else?
I listened to it last night, and I cut it off midway through. I'm just like, I can't.
30 days straight.
What's the difference between his music then and now?
This shit, me, I could hear it. Like I literally, I could
he's
hear
stuck in
it.
Utah.
Music don't sound like this to me.
I don't expect niggas like them to get YoungBoy's music
At all.
Like to be honest, I don't expect niggas like to get YoungBoy's music at all.
Nigga ain't never spent a bottle top. Nigga, fuck is you talking about?
And to me, bro, YoungBoy, niggas don't realize, right? With no help, this man has been one of the biggest artists for the last 5 years with no label help whatsoever.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that his label had anything to do with
Joe's
anything.
accusation is that his label worked in tandem with YouTube to make him the biggest rap artist on YouTube.
Shout out the label.
Let me finish my sentence, please. With an ulterior motive. I'll let you listen to the podcast and see what the
It's because Joe's dumb, though. Like, right, like, for example, right, listen, right, so look. Atlantic, right, came out and said, bruh, like, we tried to do campaigns for him.
He don't want them.
But he said, fuck us, and drops on a fucking Saturday at 3 a.m. in the morning, right? So, like, Joe was just, listen, right?
He's wrong.
So, look, right? So, look, I knew, right, that they like, ain't have a clue, right? When they said that YoungBoy don't translate to streaming, when he was a top 12 streaming rapper in this year, right?
They don't put him on billboards. They don't put him at these award shows, and they don't put him on these certain playlists, and they don't back him. But the nigga has been streaming damn near as much as Drake, sometimes more than Drake. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, I'm not a huge YoungBoy fan, but it's obvious that nigga be super blackballed, and he's still huge.
30 days straight.
He's huge.
All he's saying is that he had label support at one point. That's at least what I took from it. He's saying that you had label support at one point.
No, what he's saying is that they paid the bots to start that YB is better narrative.
Yeah.
And the bots,
now be
you
label
see
support.
it everywhere up under every picture, and now all
It's
the
wearing
followers.
bots, bro.
I don't think
now
they
the
bots.
You
followers.
can respond back to them.
Hold on.
Niggas love him.
No.
Let me hear Brick.
When they generated that narrative, they probably seen it a couple times from his fan, generated the narrative. Now all the followers that see it everywhere, now they hitting YB better. He been having a cult following. He's the man.
That's all I'm saying. The nigga has a cult following. He don't need no help from no label, nothing to start nothing. That's all I'm saying. That nigga, his following is huge. You know.
But
now,
question though,
if
right?
His music, if his new music is good as the old, that's not really. I don't listen to it like that, so I can't really make that opinion. But I do know that the certain YoungBoy songs I do listen to, I got at least like 9 YoungBoy songs on my playlist.
Yeah, right. Here, so look, here's my biggest issue, right? Is Joe Budden claims he's a music head, right?
Yeah.
What kind of critique is, oh, that shit trash? How's it trash, Joe?
Yeah, you have to be more
Break
specific,
it down, right?
Please.
It sounds like, wait, right?
Old hater.
Well, that too, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't rap me out either.
And then two though, right? Two though. Now, Joe knows that his audience was turning on him because Elliot Wilson had called out Joe, right?
For what?
Because Joe said, fuck ads. Ads ruin
Podcast.
the listener's experience, right? And then, like, on his last podcast, Joe ran a Prize Pick ad. So, Joe came back and on the following podcast and said, okay, it's time for a fucking hot take to like, get people to, like,
pay
forget
something else. Okay.
about me selling my soul for a 5-minute ad during a podcast.
I wouldn't call it that. Wouldn't call it selling
Right?
myself.
Because, bruh, you say, okay, like, this shit
Going
trash.
against what you believe in. He said that shit ruins podcasts.
Or
and
changing your mind.
Hell nah. Ain't changing my mind, right?
I didn't know.
They hold us accountable to every word that we say on this internet. Don't start giving niggas slack. Because they do you the same way.
They
Nigga.
do
Nah,
the
I ain't
same
gonna lie,
way.
though.
And my
I do
retort would
agree
be
with him.
changing
Yeah.
your mind. Just like we
Yeah.
sat here
Yeah,
and
it
had
ain't
the
no-
whole conversation
it's
about
crazy.
the
I agree with
artists
that,
going
though.
from being
It
independent.
was
Because
just
that
last
be pissing
month,
me
though.
off. Motherfuckers be
Yeah.
using my opinion from last year.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No.
nigga, you would think that,
Yeah,
that I can change how
My
I
brain
feel in 12
developed. How
months?
about
Stand
that?
on
But
your
from
shit.
last month, though, like, listen, right?
You right, though.
He was
You right.
beefing
30 days ago, you right.
Yeah. Listen, right? Look, right. So Joe and I think it was Joe and Gilly had a long running feud now, like, cause Joe was dissing niggas and who take ads and Gilly and them like take ads, right? So this nigga was in beef with other podcasters for taking ads that interrupts the middle of the conversation.
But you
And
guys
Joe did it too.
always misconstrue
Look, to
that
me,
narrative.
what-
As a big Joe Budden podcast fan that watches the majority of his episodes, he wasn't dissing people for taking ads. He was just acting, maybe you want to say he was acting sedity towards it. He was acting like, I don't take ads. We don't take ads here. But that's not saying there's anything wrong with you taking ads. It's just
Or
my
he-
stance
But
of,
still,
Or
don't
he
throw
could
no
be-
shots
take
at me
ads.
and then go do it.
Or he could be being a hater because ain't nobody came with that bag for him for no motherfucking ads.
You don't think Joe Budden could get
Listen
any,
to what no, obviously not.
No, a bag is
he
like
did
the
Prize Pick. Obviously not.
I think he could get a
Everybody
lot more
doing Prize
ads.
Pick.
I think there are companies that want to advertise.
What I'm
Joe
trying to
Budden
tell you is that all right, it could be a lot of companies,
Yeah,
but
those
when he
little,
hear
uh,
it, when he
swipes.
hearing what Gilly getting for his ads and what they offering him
Right.
for his ads, nigga, it might be some turmoil there.
Well, shit, they got 20-minute ads on that motherfucker, and they come every 30 seconds when you watch that
Bruh,
motherfucker. That's
bruh,
why,
that shit
that's
annoying,
why I don't
man.
watch
Them
the shit.
niggas that been to the penitentiary in the trenches.
Okay, but that's
that
not about
light skinned
quality
nigga ain't been through nothing in his life. This would have.
Right.
That would have it. You can tell the difference.
I'm telling you, as someone who watches the
Come to
podcast,
grave digging mom, bitch.
you don't want to see a whole
should
bunch
go,
of
though.
ads. You just want to watch the podcast. You don't want to ad
Yeah,
every
facts.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
and that's
facts.
what happens when you watch Wallow and
Oh, my
Gilly.
God, bro,
But
that
when
shit
you
annoying.
watch Joe Budden, you rarely see ads. You saying the Prize Picks thing. I haven't seen that episode yet where the Prize
Yeah.
Picks ad
Yeah,
popped up. I haven't seen that.
I'm just speaking my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Joe Budden has always been a
been a
hater
hater.
of the new generation
Oh, nobody's
of rap.
arguing against that.
The bubble rap generation,
Oh,
we don't
man.
like Joe Budden.
He been eating dick for the
He
last
hated
Oh, the
on
Yachty
X.
nigga.
He act
Ever
like
since
he's just one of the
Takeoff-
greatest rappers to
Oh,
touch
he
a
could
mic.
never come back from Takeoff because now Takeoff is gone. So it's like, nigga, on the hood, nigga.
He just kills me how
they
he
say
act
a
like
lot
he
more
the
don't
greatest
fuck with it.
lyricist.
It ain't no beef. It's just like I don't fuck with it.
Okay.
You tried to show my young nigga out like, 6-0. Can you name a Joe Budden era?
Yeah.
Pump it
No,
up.
no,
Yeah.
no, no,
The
no, no.
Fast
That
and
was one.
Furious
That
intro,
was
like,
Mood
stop.
music.
Hold on.
It's not good.
One,
Underground
one to
said-
2 songs, not an era. Nigga, Lil Wayne had an era. Jay-Z had an era. Dr. Drake, Snoop, and all these niggas had an era, gang. Nigga, you know what I mean?
Joe Budden was
What's
never good,
the
bro.
era?
No, rapping wise, no. Media wise, yes. but
Dipset
rapping
had
wise-
an
Mood
era.
music though, right? Like was what like a 5-year span, right? Like where he dropped like 2.
I'm not.
That
I
shit
know
was
I've
hard.
heard of it, but I'm not familiar with any of
To
this.
what? If it
I
ain't
was up
pump
here
it up.
arguing with somebody
This
about that nigga.
going to get it on the phone to get
That
it
shit
on.
dirt. Who the fuck was I arguing up here about Joe Budden?
Y'all
shit?
gonna hurt
You
his
know who he
feelings.
Who
coulda
was that,
did-
Flocko?
Me.
Rapping that
I
You
was
know-
arguing with you about Joe Budden.
Yeah,
so
not
you
Joe
be
Hart.
defending that bullshit.
It was
He
never
sucks,
no real
nigga.
bars there for him to
Ever.
critique rap, nigga. You was never no lyricist.
That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
nigga, you got a nigga that's right on the. Hey, I ain't no young nigga. Yeah, I was around listening to rap when you came out, nigga.
Oh shit.
Yeah, how about that, nigga?
Wait.
That shit wasn't shit, nigga.
But you know that
You
Joe
wasn't
Budden like
fucking with G-Unit
has like
and
3
Nas
classic
and them
albums,
niggas.
right?
What?
Man,
Name
get the
them.
fuck out of
Name
here.
the
No, he
song.
didn't.
Name them.
Name
No,
the
he
song.
Music 2, 3, and 4.
We don't know that. We don't know them. It's not classic.
Maybe that's some
I'm not a
tri-state
Jay-Z
area
fan, but
shit
I
or
can name the
something.
blueprints and shit.
Yeah.
I can't name no Joe Budden
No,
nothing.
don't ever say Joe Budden
A
has
full
classic
project?
albums. You sound crazy. Joe Budden doesn't have one classic album.
At all.
I just like him as a podcast.
He has
I
one
love the
classic song,
podcast.
and that's because Fast and Furious
Can we
intro.
look up Joe Budden's nigga
sales?
album sales?
His best shit was
Yeah,
with
it
with
was
Like
Slaughterhouse.
that, yo, podcast
And they
is
broke
the
up.
shit.
Exactly.
Slaughterhouse
His best
broke
shit was
up.
with Slaughterhouse,
This
and
one
that
go
wasn't
up.
even by himself.